Yeah. So other day we were talking about what is web development, the front end, back end stuff, and we had started about HTML, and we also saw the difference between HTML and HTML5, etc. So today we are continuing HTML5. So yeah. So in HTML5, we have one tag called img. So img tag is used to add image to the page. So let's see about this. So the ways you can add is you can add a hyperlink of an image from the browser. That is the link of the image from the browser. Or what you can do is the best way, which is practiced in every companies or even if you do an internship, they recommend you to do it like this, like make a folder, give it a name, and keep all the images in that folder. So that is how you can add image to your page. So next what we see is what is alt tag in IMG. So what we can do is, um, yeah. So if we see this tag over here, this is an image tag. So we can see many components over here. First of all, we can see SRC. So SRC is a source. So you need to give the link of the source image. So as I said, you can directly paste the link from browser, uh, which is the link of the image, or you need to add it into the folder, and we need to link that to the folder. So we'll see that later. Next, as we see, what is an alt tag? So alt tag is used to describe the image in case the image is not visible on the screen. So due to some problem, due to some network issue, or due to some server error, etc. If in case we cannot see that image, we need to convey to the user that this is an image, uh, like about what this image is displayed on the page. So for that, to give the description of the image, we use alt tag. So here I've simply written a random image. So we'll see about this when we uh, execute this uh, code. So next we see is, can we add height and width to an image tag? So like is it possible to give height and width through HTML tag? Yes. So we can definitely give. We need to specify width and height and give it number. So from this we can adjust the height and width, but it's not recommended. It is not recommended because it this particular adjustment will happen only to one particular device. So when you take the image and want to see it in different screens, like if you want to see it in a large screen or a smartphone, so at that time that image size will be same as what you have given, like 500 into ish to 600 ratio. So if you see it in a mobile, it will be very large. So that's why it's not recommended. So let's see about this image tag. Let's execute this. So what we can do is, first we will take, I've gone to a browser, and randomly I will go to an image, and what I'll do is I'll copy image address, and I'll go to my code editor, and yeah. So uh, we need to save this file and click right click and then open in live server. So yeah, so you can see here image is displayed. Yeah, so we can adjust the length, like we can make it 500 is to 500. Yeah, you can see now it is square. So this way you can add height and width to the image, etc. So now imagine like I've given some wrong address. Like for example, I give a wrong link. So if I take images from here and go and check there, see, you can't see the image, but you can see a text over here, a random image. So that is done by this alt. So in case there is no image, as I said, due to some problems, it will show that text. Just to convey to the user that there is some image related to this. So what I can do is I can write uh, an image of an flower, etc. So like this. Next way how we can add image is by putting it into the folder. So for this, what you need to do is you can see four icons over here. In that, the first one is to add a file. Say when you hover your mouse on this icon, you can see a new file. When you do that over here, you can see new folder. So press on new folder and write a folder's name. So if I will give images as the folder name. Then what I need to do is I need to go to the browser where I need the image. I right click. Then what I do is I save the image. That is save image as, and next I go to E, where my folder is located, and I go into images folder. And what I do is here paste the image, and I give it a name, and I save that image. So that image is saved in that folder. So when I open this, you can see here that image is been in folder now. So now what I can do is I can remove this link now, and I can give dot slash images. As you can see, it will give us, it will predict the folder whichever you want. Yeah, it will auto complete it. So now let's see, I am saving it, and you can see the image is being displayed over here. So these are the two ways which you can use. Now, so that's about yeah, image tag. Next, we see about we have finished image tag. Yeah. So next we see is anchor tag. So what is an anchor tag? Anchor tag is used to redirect to user to another page. So you can do many things using the anchor tag. You can add hyperlink of page path in href. So this is the tag which we use called an anchor tag. So we have an href. So it is like hyperlink reference. We are giving a path for that link. So how we have used src in image tag, same way we are using href tag. So here we give the link, and uh, let's execute this, because we need to execute this, and then we can understand it. So what I do is I paste it here. I'll just give https google.com. Go to Google. So I save it and I go to this one. Yeah. So as you can see here, the you can see a blue text over here. So that is the anchor tag which you can see. Uh, yes, it's not aligned because we are just using HTML. So when we come to CSS, we will arrange this in a proper way. So if I press this, it will take me to google.com. So this is the work of the anchor tag. But there is something more about anchor tag. So uh, imagine you need to add a link where you need to allow user to download. You want user to download some image or something. So then you can use it like this. So if I put this tag, So you can see download over here. So when you put this download after the href tag, it will uh, you can allow user to download that image. So let's try that. I've saved it. Now see this. When I press this, it's not allowing because I think I've given some wrong name. See, uh, if there is any wrong name which we give, then it will stop mid there itself. So I've given image over here. I should give images because the name of the folder is images over here. So I go here, and when I press, you can see it has downloaded the image. So that's the work of download. All this is there in HTML5 tag. So yeah. So the next tag which you see here is uh, a subtag is target equal to blank. So imagine you have built a website, and you want the user to redirect to a page, but you do not want him to redirect to the same page. You want to open a new tab, and then you want to open the page. That's where target equal to blank helps in. So let's copy this tag and let's check it. So if I, let's say we want to go to google.com. So I save it. As you can see, go to google.com. So when I press this, it will take me to a new tab and then open the page, which is not possible if you don't give target equal to blank. So that's the specialty of this subtag. So yeah, so that's about anchor tag, and there is something more. Uh, can we do something more about anchor tag? Yes, we can directly take the user to email. So imagine you want to build a website where uh, you want to take the user to a mailing app where they can mail someone. So to make that, you need to use mail to subtag inside. It's not a subtag. You need to put that in your href. So this is the receiver, like whom you're mailing to. So before that, you need to write mail to and semicolon. So let's try that. So what I can do is I can give break statement over here. As you can see, it has come in lines now because this break statement will break the I mean sentence. Like it will break the output into chunks. So if you want this chunk to be displayed in different line, you can use break statement. So you can see here. Now what I want to do is so for this, this is the example. So if I want to, so if I press this, you can see it's taking me to mailing app, and what it will do is it will paste that uh, email ID into this. So that's the specialty of mail to in this one anchor tag. Now you may ask, this will from this you can send to only one person. What if you want to send many people? So that's where we can use a variable instead of some single address. You can use a variable, which we'll see later. That comes when we deal with the backend services, etc. So that's about mail to. And suppose you want to redirect the user to the same page. Now imagine there's a website where you have come to the bottommost page and you want to make him to come to the topmost part of the page. So for that you can use a hashtag. So in href you can use hashtag. So let me see if yeah, we are in the same page. So yeah, as you can see, I have scrolled it down, but when I press this, it's taking me to the start of the page. So that's the use of a hashtag. So next, we have meta tag. So this is one of the most important tag which many people miss, but it's very important tag. Now, what is meta tag? So it is used to add metadata of web page to HTML. So if you want to add some data of what character set you need to specify, or what languages you have used for this website. For that, those aspects, we use meta, and meta can also be used to make the web page a little bit responsive. So we'll see that later. You can add meta tag inside head tag. So you have head tag over here. So this is the head tag. You need to add meta tag inside the head tag itself. So that's the convention which we use in HTML. So we can see that uh, there is something called char set. So what is char set? So it is used to specify the character set. Character set of all symbols, letters, and which are used in the web page are specified using char set. So there are many types of char set, which specifically we are using UTF-8. So it's a binary code where you can combine it to form any symbol or letter. So it is specified by the ASCII code. So if you want a small a, then you need ASCII code of 97, which will be specified in UTF-8, etc. So even different symbols, even other languages, also you can get using UTF-8 because it combines uh, like 1 to 4 bytes of 8 byte code, and it will help to get more symbol. So that's the use of char set. So UTF-8 is a variable width character encoding used for electronic communication defined by Unicode standard. So what is UTF is Unicode transformation format, which is 8-bit. As I said, it's 8-bit. It's capable of encoding all 1 million plus valid character points in Unicode using 1 to 4 1 byte code units. So it will combine different bytes of 8-bit codes to form a single symbol or a letter. So that's the use of char set in meta. So next, where is meta used? So it is used to specify the viewport of the screen. So it's given here. The viewport is the user's visible area of the web page. So this is visible area. So the viewport varies with the device and will be smaller on mobile phone than on a computer screen. So I have a page, and what if I don't use meta tag with as you can see, Viewport. Without Viewport, it will show the page as it is you have built as in PC, in a smartphone. So when you open it in a smartphone, uh, you need to scroll to see the image. Like it will be taking the size of what you have given in PC. So for small device, it will extend the screen. So you need to scroll to get check the whole page. So for that, Viewport comes into help. Before tablets and mobile phones, web pages were designed only for computer screens, and it was common for web page to have static design and a fixed size. So for a PC, for a laptop, you can have fixed size because the size will not vary a lot. Because if you have 15-inch or 18-inch screen, then there is not a large amount of difference. But when it comes to smartphone, like 5-inch or 6-inch smartphone, at time there is a problem. So for that, Viewport is brought. We started surfing the internet using tablets and mobile phones. Fixed size web pages were too large to fit. So they were too large. So if I have a mobile of this small, so to get this part of uh, the web page, I need to scroll in my smartphone. So for that, Viewport was brought. To fix this, browsers on those devices were scaled down the entire web page to fit in the screen. So this whole page is made to fit in the smartphone. So for that we use Meta Viewport. So we give name equal to Viewport, content equal to width equal to device minus width. So in the content subtag, what we do is we give width equal to device minus width. So this is the piece of code which will fit the width of the page into that device. So it will check the width of the device, and then it will adjust the web page into that. Initial scale equal to 1.0. So you can see here width equal to device minus width part sets the width of the page to follow the screen width of the device. So it will adjust it into the device. Initial scale equal to 1.0 part set the zoom level when the page is first loaded. So that will set the zoom level based on the device. If it is a small device, it will decrease the fonts and images to that screen. So for that, initial scale is used. So here is the example. So as you can see, without viewport meta tag, it will look like this in a mobile phone. You can see this is a mobile phone over here, and why this happens is because in PC you have done it like this. In PC you want it to be like this, but when it comes to smartphone, it doesn't look good. See, you can see the text is small, etc. So to adjust that, to bring the zoom level to that particular device, viewport meta tag is used. So that's about the meta tag. So next we can see absolute and relative path. This is very important topic where many people will get confused. So let's see about this. So we have absolute and relative path. What is absolute path? Absolute path means we are giving a proper path starting from the directory. So if you have C, we are giving it C. If there is a folder called bacon in C, we are giving it C semicolon slash bacon. If we have fizz folder inside bacon, which is inside C, to access that fizz, we can use C semicolon slash bacon slash fizz. So this is called absolute path. So we are starting from the uh, directory till the folder which you want. That is the absolute path. So for example, if you want this particular folder, what you need to do is C and then you need to come to bacon, and then you need to come to spam .txt. That is the way you can use absolute path. But this absolute path, if you have many subfolders inside folders, and you want to link uh, the subfolders with the subfolder. For example, if you want to link this spam.txt with this spam.txt, at that time it becomes really difficult because you need to specify full address uh, using absolute path. So to deal with that, we have relative path. So what is relative path? So using relative path, you can just give a relative address. So for example, if you are in C drive, then that means it is dot dot slash. It is like the first uh, uh, directory. So your current working directory is bacon. So when you are in the current working directory, means now your now your address is at bacon, and you want to go to C. At that time, you need to use dot dot slash. So you're going one level above. You're going one level above bacon. So for that, you need to use dot dot slash. If you're in the same folder, that means it's dot slash. So if your same source, if you're standing at the same place, then that is dot slash. In absolute part, you had to specify this C colon slash bacon, etc. So here you can use just dot slash. And uh, if you want to access fizz, which is in bacon, which is in C, and you're currently standing at bacon, how can you access fizz? You can easily use dot slash fizz. Dot slash represents my current position, and inside that fizz, so you're going inside one level down. So you can easily go into that path. What if you want to go into spam.txt, which is in fizz, which is in bacon, which is in C, and you are currently standing at bacon? So you can use dot slash fizz, then you can again slash use spam.txt. So that's how easily you can go from one place to another, and you can use that particular text. So what if you want to access this one X, and you're currently standing at bacon? So you cannot directly link it by using dot slash. The simple reason is X folder, the folder X is not inside bacon. So you cannot use dot slash because dot slash is related to your folder. So whatever it's there in your folder, you need to come out of bacon. You need to come out, and then you need to access X, which is in say C drive. So for that we use dot dot slash, which we have used over here. Dot dot slash means you're going one level above. Dot slash means your current directory. Dot dot slash means your parent directory. So you're shifting from your directory to parent directory using dot dot slash. So when you come to dot dot slash, you are here. You are in C drive, and then you give slash x. That means here. So dot dot slash x. So you will be in X folder. If you want to go to spam, then spam.txt, then it is over here. What if you want to go to text in a text file in C drive? You can dot dot slash and then txt. This particular relative path is specifically if you are in bacon folder. So that is why we call relative path. It is relative to that particular folder. But absolute path is not like that. This is constant no matter where you are. No matter if you are in X, or if you are in fizz, or if you are in spam.txt, no matter where you are, you can use this. That is the absolute path. And relative path, You can use it is different for the different folders or places where you are. Now imagine my current working directory is Fizz. So how can I go to uh, uh, this one? For example, if I so for example, if I let me take a text box over here. So for example, if I want to let me take a text box over here. Yeah. So if I'm in my current working directory, that is my is Fizz, and I want to go to this text spam.txt. So how can I go to spam.txt? So you can just see over here. If you're in Fizz, then you need to go one level up. So if I go one level up, then I will come to bacon. Now you need to again come one level up because spam.txt is not inside bacon, this spam.txt. So again you need to come one level up. So now you are in C drive. And then you need to come to eggs folder. So it is eggs. And then you can access your spam.txt. This is how you can access spam.txt which is in X if you are in Fizz. So let's try this out in code editor. Yeah. So here I already made the folders how they are given. This the same way I have done it. So this is the bacon folder. So I have opened the bacon folder now for now, as you can see here, which is inside E. So instead of C, we are using E over here drive, and other everything is same. So now my current directory is bacon, as you can see over here. Now inside bacon I have Fizz, and inside that I have spam.txt, which you can see over here. Inside bacon I have fizz, and then I have spam.txt. And outside my bacon folder I have spam.txt. Now, where can I keep X and spam and this spam over here? I have kept it in E drive itself because I'm doing it as per how they have given. So this is my eggs folder, which is inside E. So you can see here bacon and X are in same level. So that's why you can see X over here, and also you can see bacon over here. Next, inside X I have spam.txt. Okay, so it's correct. And in C directly we have in I've taken E drive, so it there should be spam.txt, which is over here. So I did it how they have told. Now how can I go from bacon to Fizz? I need to use cd. So I need to use cd. So before that, uh, there are a couple of commands which we use in command line. So for example, if you use ls, it will list all the files and directories which is in that particular folder. So if I do ls, inside bacon, I have directory. So you can see D over here, directory called fizz, and there is also a text here. So it's showing me spam.txt, and it will show length, etc. Last return time. So that comes under command line, which we'll do if time permits later. So I'm in bacon now. Now, how can I go into fizz? So for that we use chain directory. Now, whatever I have told over here, this path, for that to execute, I need to give a command called cd, which is chain directory. Chain my directory to this position, which will take absolute also, relative path also. These both will work. So for that, we use cd command. ls is used for listing, and cd is used to list the command. If I use pwd, it will show me the current path. So this is also an important command which you use both in uh, Linux and Windows. So let me change my current directory to fizz. You can see here my current directory has been changed from bacon to fizz. So if I use pwd now, you can see I am in fizz directory. So I have gone one level down. Now if I use ls, it should show me what is in fizz, because um, what ls does is it will show whatever is there in that particular folder. So if I take fizz, inside fizz I have spam.txt. So it's showing me this spam.txt. So uh, so so that's about it. So it's showing about this folder. So if I use cd space dot dot, then it will go one level above. So that is the parent directory which we are linking to. So from fizz it's going to bacon. So chain directory to the parent directory. So cd space dot dot, it will take me to one position above. You can use cd space dot dot slash also. uh, you can use it. See, currently I have jumped from bacon to e now. So we have used the same over here also, as you can see. So that's about the parent tag. So now currently I'm in, so I have come out of this bacon folder and I'm in E. So if I do ls over here, it will show me everything what is there in E folder. So you can see these things are there in my E folder. So what if I do again cd dot dot slash? It will not take me anywhere, because that's the uh, that's the first ancestor we can take, for example, which is e. There's nothing above e. So yeah, there is different drives, e, f, d, c, but there is nothing like a drive above that. So that's why it's not showing me anything. So that's how we use uh, cd command, and we change directories. Now what if I want to go into spam into this fizz folder from my E. So I do cd, and then I have my bacon folder. So cd bacon splash, and inside bacon I have fizz. So fizz, like this. So if I do this, it will take me to fizz folder. So again, we are coming into the child folder. So what if I give cd dot slash bacon slash fizz. Okay, so it's giving me error because there's nothing inside, like there's no bacon inside fizz. So let me come out of I'll come to e itself. Yeah, so now I'll try cd dot slash bacon slash fizz. So this should take me to fizz as current working directory. As you can see, my current working directory is fizz now. So this we have seen here. Over here we have seen. See, you can see, I said dot slash. Dot slash means currently I am in E. Inside E take me to bacon. Inside bacon take me to fizz. So that's how we use the dots and slash. Yeah. So this is about the absolute and relative path. Hope you liked it. So this is used everywhere. Mostly developers use relative path because it's very easy to deal with. So thank you for watching. Next we will come up with the CSS, or if there is anything more about HTML, I will come to that also. So thank you for watching.